Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns and you watch my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. It is Saturday, a little later than we normally start. That's on me. I asked to start a little bit later, so it'll be a shorter session. But it's Saturday as we play, so it is Star Wars Saturdays. We are continuing our series of Jedi Hearts, which is a Masks Next Generation hack for padawans, which are the trainees underneath Jedi, hence the Jedi Hearts idea of it. It is not Monster Hearts, it is a Masks hack set during the Clone Wars, and we are on the planet of Coruscant. In the last session, the Padawans retrieved one of their own who had gone down to the underground underneath Coruscant and on level 1313. They came back to the temple, had some brief conversations, some mentoring conversations with their respective Jedi masters. And going to go around the horn. We have one less player. Mark's not able to join us. Kay's not a little under the weather, but I will ask for folks to introduce themselves. Let's start off with you, Kay. Sorry. You could introduce yourself. Tell us a wee bit about your character.
So Kay said in chat that
Oh,
she had to go pick
man.
up delivery.
The
So,
worst timing.
yep,
Steven, if you could, please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
I certainly will. So my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Thana Boer, whose pronouns are they, them. Thana is an albino Mon Calamari, or Mon Cal for short. And because of his complexion, his albinism, he was rejected by the rest of his people. Um, they're normally the Moncal are normally pretty sensitive or pretty aware of things, but they have a tradition or they have a culture of albinos or doombringers, and it can be an issue. And he was found to be force sensitive and taken in by the Jedi. So the Jedi is kind of the family that he's known from the rejected family, like that he never really knew. And so he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's a little bit angry, and he also I think in one of our most recent sessions, ran into other Moncows, like an old Holovid star and that kind of stuff. And it was fascinating to actually talk to them and see them and that kind of thing.
Thank you. And then, Nesh, if you could introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
I could. I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing Neil Tassan, she, her. She is the Rancor playbook. She's a foundling from level 1313 on Coruscant, where she was picked up by her current Jedi Master. Um, and when they were down there, she did not think that the other Padawans took things seriously enough. They did not understand how dangerous 1313 is, in her mind. At least, maybe the danger wasn't as great as she thought, but yeah, she does not want to go back there again.
So sad. And then, because Kate stepped away, Kay is playing Evnos Roslazal, who is a Zeltron, and they are the disciple playbook, and they are the best boy, or so they would like everyone to think. Uh, and we're gonna jump straight into a little bit of box text. Yay! Who doesn't love box text? Sunlight filters through the high windows of the temple, casting long bands of gold across the polished floor. Along the perimeter stand Jedi Knights and Masters, hands folded within their robes, their expressions composed. Among them are your own teachers, watching from a respectful distance. At the center of the chamber stands Jedi Battle Master Sin Dralik. His posture is relaxed, but there is nothing casual about his presence. He surveys the assembled Padawans for a moment before finally speaking. When many beings think of the Jedi trials, they imagine a ceremony, a test administered by the masters, a challenge announced in advance, a threshold crossed with full understanding of its significance. A faint smile touches the corner of his mouth. The Force rarely grants us such convenience. He begins to pace slowly. The trials find us when we are unprepared, in moments of uncertainty, in moments of fear, in moments when no one is present to tell us what the correct choice might be. He stops. The events surrounding your recent excursion into level 1313 were not undertaken as part of any formal examination. Notice that Isla, Sakura, and Sacy Tin exchange knowing looks. Sin continues. And yet, the Force often reveals what instruction alone cannot. His gaze settles on you, Thana. Padawan Thana, when another was lost beneath the city, you chose to descend into danger to search for them. You acted despite uncertainty, despite personal risk, despite having every reason to turn back. For this, the Order recognizes your completion of the trial of courage. His attention shifts to you, Evnos. Padawan Evnos. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the action taken despite it. When called upon to enter the darkness for the sake of another, you did not hesitate. The Order recognizes your completion of the trial of courage. He looks to Alali. Padawan Alali. Many who speak of bravery imagine victory. The Jedi understand differently. Courage is measured in willingness. Willingness to go where others cannot, and to bear the risks that cannot be fully known. You demonstrated that willingness. The Order recognizes your completion of the trial of courage. And then finally, his eyes settle on you, Nil. The room seems to quiet a bit. Padawan Nil. He folds his hands behind his back. Not all journeys lead outward. Some lead inward. The trial of the spirit asks a Jedi to confront themselves, their fears, their doubts, their pain, and the truths they would rather avoid. Few recognize such moments when they occur. Fewer still emerge from them unchanged. You returned. The Order recognizes your completion of the trial of spirit. Silence settles over the chamber. Sindralik looks across all of you. Understand this clearly. These acknowledgments do not make you knights. The trials are not trophies to be collected. They are lessons written upon your lives. Some Jedi complete multiple trials before recognizing even one had begun. Others spend years believing they have passed a trial only to discover it has merely started. What matters is not the recognition itself. What matters is who you become because of it. There will come a day when the Order asks each of you to stand without the guidance of a master. On that day, your lightsaber will not define you. Your rank will not define you. Your victories will not define you. Only your choices. Today, the Force has shown you that you have taken another step toward becoming Jedi Knights. Young ones, continue walking that path. And he concludes the ceremony, and several of the Padawans move forward to clap your backs, offer you congratulations, as the lot of you have all passed various trials. As just a phrase, it was the trial of courage for all except Nil, the trial of the spirit for Nil. So I want to ask, do you imagine that your Padawan braid gets like some kind of little jewel or a stripe or a mark or some little insignia thing to show? It's like a scout or something. What do you think?
Um, I mean, if we're going by his speech, there shouldn't be anything like that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I think maybe like the different masters have different ways they do this. So it's up to the individual master. Or if they do something in common, then yeah, I imagine there would be something. Um,
So Nil,
yeah.
what does, if anything, Volvith Mon, your Shistavanan master, solitary, instinctually guided, what
He
trinket
does
or
not mark it. I don't think he doesn't care about that sort of thing, and I think he's aligned with a speech in that way that or with the spirit of the speech that he knows which trials you passed, and that's what matters. And if yeah, and he doesn't want to. I think he's kind of it's not that he doesn't understand like having marks of rank and that sort of thing, but I think he finds it a bit not alien, but kind of like pointless or like yeah, that's just a decoration that doesn't mean anything, so why do it? That kind of attitude.
Evnos, does Stacey Teen offer anything for Evnos to be able to mark on his little Padawan braid that he has accomplished the trial of courage?
I don't think so. He's a very like practical, professional, tactical gentleman. Uh, I think there's it's more like a one of those rare moments of praise where he probably claps Evidos on the shoulder, like "Good job, kid." Obviously, he would never speak those words, but that's what the shoulder tap conveys. But I imagine there is no physical thing done.
And then lastly, I shall ask Thana, does Isla Sakura offer you any particular prize for your success here?
She does. She encourages me to express myself and look deep within me to see what this trial really meant to me. And I think in this case, what I do is I add to my braid, which is, I think I talked about in the last session, it's a chain of like seashells attached, around, the back of my neck. And I add to it a predator from from the Moncal homeward, a tooth, like sort of the equivalent of a shark tooth. So it's a little bit larger, almost like this is at the end of the dangly shells. And whenever I show this to Ila Secura, my master, I actually have sent this off down to 1313. And I had the Holovid Moncal star autograph it and then send it back.
Yeah.
And that's what I've
Nice.
added is it's a specific memento of this event, meeting my people and someone I've seen in person, as well as a little bit about the courage of being a predator and how to deal with that.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Uh, Give me just a view into how Nil reacts when the other Padawans come to congratulate her and seem to celebrate her after she ran off. That it started this whole adventure.
Ooh, she feels really weird about that. Um, Partly because she did not intend to come back, and she's still not sure about she realizes that 1313 is not the place for her anymore. She can't go back there, but she still doesn't feel right here. So she's very unsettled by that. Also, her running away, she's really comforted or well, she has strong positive feelings about the others coming to get her back. That's she feels a connection to the other Padawans in a way that she did not before. Um, but she also feels a bit singled out that they got courage and I got spirit and I don't. She doesn't quite like feel right about that. That feels weird to her. She's not sure if she's proud that she got the trial of spirit or that she feels singled out that she didn't get courage. I guess.
Nice. So as people are leaving the chamber, Neil, you find that you're hanging back from the others. And that's when Quay Krim comes and says, "You look upset that they gave you the consolation prize. They had to give you one of the trials. And all the others, you could see what happened. And all you did was just come back. So that's what they call the trial of the spirit." He claps you on the shoulder.
Oh, I want to punch him so badly.
I think
Uh,
he's trying to hit you where it hurts. I'd like you to take a powerful blow.
I can do that. That's with conditions marked, right?
That's right. So you get
And
one
I have
flat.
no conditions marked. And I think, yeah, I'm not angry, so I don't get because I just took the it's on move, but I'm not angry, so that doesn't help me. So I'm just rolling flat. That's a 7.
Okay. On a seven would take a powerful blow. You choose one. You lash out at someone, provoke a fellow student to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence over them to inflict a condition. You give ground. Your opposition gains a huge opening, or you struggle past the pain and mark two conditions, one of which could be angry.
Yeah. I do not have influence over him. Um, I could lash out, but I'm not going to do that. I think I just give him this really cold look and come back and talk to me when you have passed the trial.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm not sure if that's a move or not, but
Well, so what did you choose? Are you
I'm
giving
I'm trying to
ground or
provoke him to foolhardy action to like, yeah,
you, you
show me what you
are? Oh,
got.
you are going to try to. Okay. So then let's see you provoke. Yeah, it rolls right into provoke.
Oh
You
yeah,
are
yeah,
not
yeah. Okay,
guilty.
okay, okay.
So let's
Yeah.
have you do
So
that.
there is a move. That's good.
Hmm.
Provoke someone that is with consular, and I'm trying to make him do something foolhardy in order to like prove himself to the masters. I guess is my goal. Um, which is really stupid, but yeah. And that's with consular. I have a +1 in consular. We had a lot of labels shifting last time. That's a
That's true.
9. I'm
Ooh,
not going to use team pool to push that to a 10. I I'll
oh,
take the
I
9.
did throw another team into the pool at the beginning of the session. So
Mhm.
that's why you guys are at 2, or you ended at 1. So you're leaving it at 7 to 9. They can rise the bait, mark a condition, or choose stumble. He's played +1 on going with him for the scene. I think he stumbles and takes +1 on going with you for the scene. He's what so uh that's stupid. I mean, Sin doesn't let me he wouldn't give me a trial if I ran away. Um um yeah,
Oh, so you're
whatever.
a coward then.
And he'll punch you. Like with monsters walking through and other Padawans walk around, you call him a coward. Uh You don't have to roll and take a powerful blow. It
No, no,
is
no.
just an impulsive thing that is noticed by others, and he has acted impulsively there. And Sindralig calls from the chamber, like you guys are specks heading down the hallway, and he says, "Quay Crim, come here." And the Padawan's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I just when he passes, I think I just give him a look, like kind of smirking just a tiny bit. Uh, oh wait, yeah, go get your reward.
Uh, Great. I'd love to do a star wipe with the lot of you in the dorms area. So temple dorm rooms. But you're in if you're taking a look at the picture, which I'll just display on the screen because that's easy for me to do. Here in the common area, Alali, and I think Aki and Warbot aren't here. Quay, of course, is, but let's say Nil, Thana, Evnos, and Valia Ajer are here. Um, I think that it was early morning when that was presented. Stop sharing. Early morning when you were presented with your trials that the recognition happened, and that there are no classes today, that there are some exercises. And Volley, she comes over to sit by you, Evnos, and she seems tentative. Um, do, can I talk with you for a moment, Evnos?
Yeah, and I think Evnos has like a scroll open that's just like again tactical training. Uh, pause and say, of course. Uh,
She she kind of reaches up and does this thing when she's nervous, where she just slowly strokes one of her leku. Um, I wanted to ask you what uh some of the masters spoke with me because I'm unattached. They mentioned the possibility uh of Sacy Teen becoming my master, but I said that he's your master and you would suffer for not having his tutelage. Uh, but they said that in times of war in the past that Jedi masters could sometimes have more than one Padawan. So they said that it was all right, but I don't feel very comfortable taking him from you, Evnos.
so his voice says, "You would not be taking him from me. If that is the way the Force guides things, then that is the way the Force intends." Internally, uh, right now he is insecure,
Uh
he is
huh.
angry, he is guilty, uh, and he is got a stranglehold on his Zeltron emotions to stop it from leaking out. Uh, because he hates this. This is terrible. Uh, and he will say, the only thing I would ask of you to do is, it sounds as if there is apprehension in you. I would take a moment perhaps to meditate on that and see perhaps if the force feels as if it's guiding you somewhere else, and that is why you feel that. If it is just nerves or concern for me, and this absolutely beatific smile cracks his face, and he like reaches a hand out and taps her shoulder. Worry not.
And even though she started off trying to quietly speak to you, Evnos, as she's explaining like the history of multiple masters, Thana, Neil, both of you can't help but overhear what she's talking about. The emotions have caused her voice to rise slightly. The nervous action of her stroking her Leku, and then Evnos is very genial in his response. Anything the two of you do?
Yeah, I think that after um the Togruta has left, I sit down next to Evnos and I wait, and then I have a word with Evnos.
I
Um,
think I have something to say before she leaves.
okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
before Volley leaves, what is yeah,
Yeah.
we'll pause for Thana, but what's Nil's reaction?
I think I I really want to help her. Um, I think what I say is, well, Ednos is and I'm not sure if this comes across as sincere or a snide remark, but but it's because she's not used to the social cues. But like, oh, Evnos is such a great student that he's not a like his master could handle another student without him suffering. I'm sure that would work out fine.
I'm
You're-
yeah,
sorry.
probably. Evans is so good at this, and I'm not so good. Maybe they said I should go to Stacey Teen because Evnos doesn't even need him. He's such a good Jedi. And
We
then
will.
oh, sorry.
Oh, so I think Evnos will just say, I am still also but a Padawan. I am not a Jedi Knight yet.
Yeah,
And
he's not that good.
Evnos like gives you a little like, thank you smile. Um,
Was Neil trying to maybe comfort Evnos a little bit here in her
Oh,
odd way?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, that
Yeah.
absolutely makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Roll with ordinary.
Roll with ordinary. What's my ordinary? My
It's a
ordinary is 0.
0.
I'm not terrible.
Do you have
This,
influence over Evnos?
well, I don't think it matters because I rolled a 3.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's awesome.
so definitely comes across as snide and interfering rather than
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah. Neil says these words that could be if the tone was right, but Neil's tone way
No,
off.
he's feeling so insecure right now. It's definitely a jab.
And I think because you did roll a miss, I think Evnus, you would gain influence over Nil. You already have influence over Nil, so you get to shift her labels. You can think about that as Volley. Yes, and then she starts to leave, and now that'll make space for what Fauna was going to do as she was leaving.
Real quick, take your consular down and move your renegade up.
Renegade 2. Get more renegade. So after Volley leaves, I believe Thana, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, so I think I sit down next to Evnos. I see what Neil has kind of talked about, and I think whenever that snide comment comes through, I kind of tilt my head a little bit as if I'm trying to understand that lesson, what was just said. And then I kind of turn to Evnos and I say, I can tell from my feelings indicate that your outward appearance and your inward feelings are at conflict. I think we've been around each other long enough that I can pick up on some of your native responses. And I admire the way that you can behave correctly whenever there is turmoil inside. I think that you are very good at being able to present a good and the correct image of what needs to happen, even whenever you might not feel that inside.
It is a Jedi's job to be dependable in all situations.
And you're exemplifying that.
It sounds as if you're either trying to look into Evnos's heart or setting up a comfort or support. What was the intention there, Anna?
My intention was to fulfill a wish from a couple of sessions ago, which was a comfort and support. Yeah. Okay. I'm on a different machine right now, so I'm having trouble updating the modifier. But I'm going to do a comfort roll of comfort and support. Oh, wait,
Okay.
I think it came through.
You have a 3?
I do, but no. Because I have a move I wish I could be. I comfort and support whenever I tell them what I envy about them. I roll with savant instead of ordinary.
Okay.
And I got a 15.
Wow.
Boxcars is nice.
Nice. On a 10 plus, on a hit, you get through to them, and Avnos, you will choose one. Mark potential clear condition or shift 2 labels if you open up to them. You have to open up.
Yeah, I think, yeah, so you say this, and is anyone else around? Actually, that's the more important question. Is Nil still around, or are people here, or is it just
It's just Nil, Thana, and you right this minute.
oh, but Nil's right there. Nil just oh, I hate Nil just needled me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't want to poo-poo on your boxcars, but I think Evnos stands up a little stiffly and nods his head because the first thought that runs through his head is he does not have the shackle hold. He must thinks he's holding on his emotions, on his stupid Zeltron biology, uh, because Thana is seeing this, which means he's not doing a good enough job.
Opening
And
up. Ouch.
yeah, I'm so sorry, Stephen.
That's okay though, because it's a 10 plus. So Thana, you can also choose to mark potential clear condition or shift 2 labels, and you've already opened up by comforting.
Okay. I think I'll mark potential.
Yeah, and Evnos, I think, stands up, doesn't even trust himself to speak, just nods his head and goes to leave the room.
Sweet. So, I feel mean, but I'm doing it anyway. The door opens up, Evnos, for you to leave, and you see Tekla Jassard is there with Gavid behind her, 2 of the other Padawans who reside in Porg Hall, and Tekla looks deliriously happy, and she grabs you. Evnos, you're exactly who I want to talk to, and she tries to pull you back into the room and sit you down. You guys, I have the best news. This is incredible. You won't believe this. I heard through the grapevine, don't tell anyone, but there is an acclimator class assault shift that is being fitted right now with a Legion, and I have it on good authority that several Jedi Masters are taking their Padawans on a mission going to go into the field. Isn't that amazing?
It's exciting to be sure. Um, is Tekla saying this so all of us can hear, or
Yes.
just?
Oh, she can't keep her voice down. All of you are aware that she pulled Evnos into the room, sat him down, but she's now standing up and presenting this to all of you as if it is the single coolest move. Maybe like she wouldn't say it, but maybe it's even cooler than your trials thing. Going into the field. We're going to participate in helping to keep the entire galaxy safe. All of the training that we've been doing, we could finally put it to actual use. Those forms that I've been working on, they're going to pay off. This is the greatest.
I think I turned to look at Nil, and Nil has shown that they're more aware of how dangerous things are outside of the temple. And I want to get a read off of Nil. Like, are they excited? Are they concerned?
Ooh, look into their heart. Roll with ordinary.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay. My ordinary is a -1. Yay. That's a 7.
Ooh.
Unless Nil would interfere.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
No, this is great.
I asked 2, and she asks 1 of me.
Mhm.
What are you really feeling about this?
Oof. Um, Scared, I think, because we went down to 1313 and that felt dangerous. And going out into a war, that seems even more dangerous. Um, yeah, I think she does not um, feel ready for this. But it's also obvious that she's trying to hide it.
Um, my second question is what are you planning? Meaning, how are you preparing to go if you're chosen?
Ooh. Huh. What like how would I prepare for a mission or um
I'm not sure. I think this is so. What I'm trying to do, Thana is trying to figure out what do I need to do to prepare, and
oh yeah,
they're
yeah.
looking at you to see
Mhm.
are you getting things ready, or are you hiding to prevent going, or are you trying
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely not avoiding it because now I think now she realizes that this is the only place she has, and if she would try to avoid this, she would be out of here as well. That's what she feels. Um, I think just listening to her master, I think, like sticking close to him and really listen to his instructions because now we're not just training, now we're doing something. If we're doing something real, that's like not just, oh, I might get yelled at dangerous. It's like getting limbs chopped off dangerous. Yeah.
And even worse, maybe getting your friends killed. Yeah.
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 Yeah, absolutely.
So now you
So I
get a
get to
question for
ask,
me.
yeah. Um, oh, I think, what do you want me to do?
Ooh. You are aware of dangerous situations. I want you to lead us. Mhm. I think you're the best person knowing about these dangerous situations. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, and Neil feels that, and she looks to Tekla Um, we were just outside the temple in a place that was dangerous, but not nearly as dangerous as whatever is going on out there, like gesturing up just space. And oof. No, she wouldn't betray vulnerability, and I can't help but poke at Evnos here. And I don't think Evnos, do you feel ready for that? I don't think Evnos is ready, and he just had a trial. He just I don't know what would you say what happened to us? We were granted a trial, something. I don't know how to.
Oh, they recognize you completed a trial.
Yeah. And he just the master just recognized that he completed a trial. Um, so do you think you're ready for that? So I think she's kind of poking at both. She's kind of poking at Evnos in order to push Tekla down a bit. Not sure again if that's a provoke someone
I
maybe.
think maybe you're trying to provoke Tekla into calming down, like chill out a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, at least provoking her into taking this seriously instead of seeing it as an adventure. I think that's if that makes sense for provoke
Absolutely. Hey,
someone.
yeah. Go for it.
Um,
Roll
that's
plus consular.
consular again, and my consular just got lowered, so I'm rolling flat. That is a 6. Well, more potential for me.
Hey, mark potential. So she says, I'm not afraid. I know you want me to be scared, Mill, but I'm not. This is what I was born to do. This is what we've been training to do. The galaxy needs us. The Republic needs us.
It is
Yeah.
understandable, as Nil is not someone who has passed the trial of courage, that she may not feel the same as the rest of us when given this situation. And that is fine. We will all get to our trials as we need to. This is Evanos's backhand back to being like, Evan, what do you think? And he's like, oh, well, Nil.
Are you trying to give Nil a condition, maybe? Like surrender? Do you
Ye-
have influence over her?
Let me see. I think I do. Yeah.
You
Honestly,
do.
actually, yeah.
You could
Let me give you.
absolutely give
Mhm.
her a condition right now by
Yeah, I think
surrendering your
I'm gonna give
influence.
you insecure or try to at least.
Yeah, I think
That's it. You could
you
just
can
do it.
just do that by
Yeah,
Yeah, you
spending
yeah.
just say
your
it. You
influence.
surrender your influence, and now you are insecure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
you removed it. Good job.
And Evanos will once more try to stand up to leave.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
I think there's a moment where the camera catches as Evnos leaves that Tekla follows, and there's a like, just yep, like that uh moment from her. But of course, she has a comment on it.
think maybe. Oof. I'm wondering. I think Fana becomes my love here. I don't think they were before. No, that was Alali. Um, because I think like, oh, Fana really trusts me and believes in me. That's yeah, I haven't really connected with Fana before, I think. And I think this kind of does that,
Nice.
which I think that means Fana gets influence over me, right?
Yes.
Which
Yes, which
they
she already
already
has. So you get
have.
to, yep. So you get to rearrange one shift one label up and another down.
So I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling about the labels, and then I think I know which ones to move, but I'm not sure exactly what they are. like I said, I'm looking to you because of your wisdom in 1313 in order to lead us, and I think you'll be better at being able to um, know what needs to be done. So I think that's Knight goes up, and maybe Renegade goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay.
Evnos, when you exit the dorm rooms, where do you go?
I think, hmm, I think he originally, his thought is to go back to the, what is the name of the place?
I'm clicked on
Where
a
where the
Jedi temperament.
waterfall,
Ah, the
where the waterfall was.
yeah, room of a thousand fountains.
Yeah, is his intention.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pivot that into one-on-one time though, or that is my goal.
Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by pivot that into one-on-one time.
So I think I want to end up maybe finding Stacey, I guess, to sort of seek advice. I think his original intention is like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this place that's quiet, right? Where I
Mm-hmm.
last felt good and strong. And instead he finds himself wherever Stacey is.
Like that. Uh, let's say that you are headed to the room of a thousand fountains. And before you reach the door that leads me, come down a turbo lift and the doors open up, and Stacey Teen is there waiting for you. It was waiting patiently by the elevator and lifts his head, recognizing when you step out. Evnos, what troubles you?
And just internally, like I think in this moment he actually fails to shutter it. The betrayal at his own like emotions failing again. He's trying so hard to hold on, just flashes right across his face, like his expressive face. It just all comes out, and there's a little choke. Uh, I think it is perhaps too late to address the issue that I have.
Why don't we try and see if together we can find a way to address the issue that you have? And so I'd like to see you go ahead and engage. So you're rolling the label that they embody. I think you'd said that they embody
Night.
night, which you're really good at. So it's going to work out great.
Oh, you said that, and now I'm concerned, Rich. Oh, actually,
See? Nothing to worry about. Okay. So on a hit, they give you insightful advice.
yeah, and I think there's a little bit of decompression in Evnos's shoulders. I do not believe I should have been given a passing for the trial of courage. I did not want to go, and I tried to stop them. I only went when I could not, and they threatened to blackmail me.
And Stacey Team takes an action that's a little unexpected in that he moves to stand beside you and reaches an arm around your shoulder. A very familiar gesture. Maybe one he's never, maybe you've never seen him do this with anyone. And he starts walking forward, guiding you towards the room of a thousand fountains. Evnos, you wanted to take a path to help your friend. You worried after the others because you knew that they were going into danger. You allowed them to convince you, but you did reach out to me to make sure that, if at all possible, they could remain safe. I recommended to the council that this be your trial of courage. I think you judge yourself too harshly. And I think in your heart and with your actions, you helped another Padawan. Did you not?
I know that I got the ship there, which while I did not perfect it with with the flight simulators, I at least was able to get us there unharmed. I know that when harm came upon us, I was able to dispatch those who would have felled the other Padawans. I don't know if that meets that level, though.
Passing a trial does not require perfection or flawless action. Working through the force, being brave, that's what's required for the trial of courage. And I think his advice is for you to accept imperfections, to understand that intent and what is in someone's heart and their will is as important as how they express it. And I think that's his advice. Like, his advice is, I said you were good enough. You need to accept that as my Padawan. So you can mark potential if you follow that advice and take +1 ongoing for as long as you do.
I see it as the action of doing, not the completion of a task.
Hmm. There's another matter I need to speak with you about. The council has asked if I am willing to take on a second Padawan. Vali Ayer, as you know, was a Padawan of Nadar Veb, who was killed by General Grievous. I think she has a great deal of potential. And I also think you can help me to guide her. How do you feel about this, my young Padawan?
So we're in the Room of a Thousand Fountains,
You are.
and I think we are passing a smaller fountain that stands on a pedestal. And Evnos takes a deep breath and tries to use the Force to absolutely fucking obliterate it.
Okay. Well, let us see you
Gonna try to break something.
unleash the force. You unleash the force. Oh, I see a roll happening.
Yes, that is an 8.
An 8. Okay. To unleash the force. On a hit, you do it on a 7 to 9 marker condition. The GM will tell you how the effect is unstable, temporary, or weakened.
Ah,
I got 2
yeah.
conditions. Mark 1. It's fine.
Yeah, let's mark afraid. Although I feel like I just cleared, theoretically, the goal of this was to clear angry by breaking something.
I
But
know. You can still do that. That makes sense to me. That
yes, I think,
seems
yeah, the anger is replaced with being afraid at the mention of that as he reaches out with the force. And we see sort of almost similar to that painful force shove that he did to everyone at the bar. Just this unleashing of energy that even forces Evnos to like step back a little by the concussive sort of pressure of it as he just doesn't say anything but explodes the fountain next to them.
And I think Stacey Teen looks concerned more than disappointed. And I think we'll cut away from that scene. Uh, Nil, Donna, after Evnos bails on you, Hecla, she and Gavid will leave as well, leaving just the two of you. Did you guys have anything, or do you want me to like jump forward?
Um, I think I don't think this is going to be a long thing, but I think Neil turns to Thana as we're leaving. I imagine just the two of us. Um, if Oh, actually, I think she's more speaking to herself as they're walking towards the dorms, their rooms. Um, we're going to have to train a lot if we're going to go out and be out there. I don't think we're ready.
Is anyone ever ready? I mean, I think I have faith in us. I hope. And I I'm going to try to have faith in the Force and in our masters that they think we are ready.
Ooh, wait, I think am I? Yeah. I'm sharing vulnerability or weakness here, I think.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, Neil kind of shakes her head a little bit. I I could maybe have that faith if one of the masters hadn't just gotten themselves killed out there.
Ooh, that's a good point. Um, I think one of the things that we need to learn now, and it takes training, is that we must have faith in the Force and that it's coming, and that the master who passed, who was killed, it was just their time to contribute in a different way.
Are you trying to comfort me there? Oh, wait, we should do the maybe vulnerability thing.
Yes, yes, please.
I give
You
you
hit that.
influence, which you already have, so you get to shift by labels again.
Okay.
You hold
But
one. Yeah, you
yeah,
hold
I also
one.
get to hold one. So
Um, let's see. I think I'm moving your renegade down, and I think I'm moving your knight up again because I'm
mhm.
still having faith in you in the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah. We'll see. So you get a hold. What does that do anything?
Yeah, it just means when you're in danger,
I
Nil
can
can
show
just
up.
be there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
which means it's a cue to me. I need to put you in danger. So,
Okay.
so noted. Cool. We're good with that scene? Okay. I think it's the perfect chance for us to take our mid-game bio break. So let's do that. Well, I like the idea of a star wipe after the return from commercial with the huge presentational establishing shot of the uh, ship, the humongous Acclamator class assault ship, which is large enough to house thousands of people. It is a planetary assault ship, the Acclamator class. Uh, it has the same wedge design as our star destroyers because it is a proto star destroyer, but it has a sleeker pilot area above on the top, the dorsal fin, for lack of a better term. I also found a really cool cutout. So that's on our the ship tab. I see a couple of you guys are in there in the character keeper with me.
I love those cutout views. They're
I think they're
amazing.
amazing too. I like was so happy when I found them. But there's a gigantic gangway, and we see a couple of the um, ATTEs as well as ATRTs. So, let me talk about the alphabet soup. These are the ATTE is like the AT-AT. It's an earlier version. The ATRT is a more personal version, so there are actual clone troopers are in it. Also seen in Mandalorian and Grogu movie. There's an ATRT or a version of it, and those walkers are heading. Several of them are heading in and moving around, uh, and there is an entire legion of clone troopers who are marching aboard as Nil, Fauna, Evnos, Alali, Vali Ajer, and Sylphony CC. The six of you are arriving via a. I think you're taking one of the lots. The LAAT is basically a troop transport that we see in the Clone Wars. Is the kind of where they can open the side doors and people can spill out, and the doors are of course pulled open so that the camera we can see you. Wow, you're actually in the ship as it's flying towards this ship, and then you actually fly in above the heads of several of the clone troopers. Look up, but none of them wave. They don't even know who you are. They just do the thing of looking up, recognizing. Thank you very much. Undesh is very helpfully throwing links for pictures for folks, throwing it into the chat. You're the best. The thing I could have done and should have done. So thank you very much for doing that. Symphony looks very overwhelmed, not scared, but just so many new inputs. Ethnos Volley shuffles to stand a little closer to you, um, kind of following your lead. How is Evnos reacting to you guys coming aboard this gigantic warship?
Evnos is trying to be the spine. That is what his master has told him to do. It is to move forward without knowing what completion will look like, but the act of going. Although he maybe speeds up a little bit as Volley gets a little closer.
Nice. What is Nil's reaction when you were? Oh, I'll skip you. Sorry, I see you're just taking a few bites. Thana, how are you reacting to coming aboard a giant battleship and knowing you're about to leave the planet and head off on some kind of mission?
So I think I first observe, the people around me, the masters that have accompanied us, as well as my other Padawan, my fellow Padawans. And then I think I take the stance of I think these transports actually have. So are we at a destination or are we in hyperspace or
Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, I did a bad job of setting this up. So, establishing shop was this ship is landed. There are troops marching aboard. You are on Coruscant,
mm,
and the LAAT evidently had come to the temple and was ferrying you to the spaceport. And you've been piloted just directly in. Like, you're not going to have to walk in. You're freaking Jedi. You're on a spaceship. You're just going to fly in, land in the hangar that exists inside this assault ship.
okay? And I think that Thana is actually wandering around inside this assault ship, almost as if it looks like they're assessing the troops, right? Like a general walking by, observing to see if anything's out of order, inspecting some of the machinery, while deep down, I'm feeling out of my depth and looking for, familiarity so that if something does happen, I can come back and I know where that control panel is, or I know where to go in the case of an emergency, something like that. So kind of anxiously preparing while trying to appear in charge.
Nice. So the lot lands. Thana heads out, looks around, tries to seem prepared, know where stuff and things are. And Isla Sakura, who piloted the LAAT, pops out of the cockpit and says, Padawans, if you'll follow me, your masters are making some final arrangements. We'll be leaving soon. I'll show you where your quarters are. And she assumes you're going to follow and heads down a hallway. The hallways here are radically different than the temple. The temple, everything's broad and open, ornate, and yet also a little aesthetic. Like here, it is like a subway. Like everything is tight. All of the corridors are narrow. There are some larger corridors for the movement of transport of squads of troops, but you're heading down a hallway towards. Let's take a look at our cool ship layout. I hadn't actually been able to figure out where I don't know if it even says where the housing units are. Can we find those? Looks like this is all like reactors. And where do we think that the housing is? Maybe by one of the wings?
I would say that deep in the wings, there is housing for the troops. But for the masters and for the Padawans, I think it's in that top cylindrical section next to the
I
bridge.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So up near the bridge and battle operations rooms.
Yeah, like in the back of it.
I like that. Yeah, not near the dorsal turbo laser emplacement.
There's a
Um,
pointer to barracks, but I'm not sure what it's pointing to. It's right at it's to the left of the data file box. There's a little barracks thing. I
Oh,
think it's pointing to like in the wing, definitely.
yeah, but
Uh,
above all of the vehicle storage.
yeah, you're
yeah,
right. Oh, actually, I think it's those kind of crossways. I think
Hmm.
those
yeah, yeah,
those
yeah.
levels are probably the barracks. I do love the suggestion of the VIP section being up there in this what almost looks like a shuttle that could just take off of the top of it. You guys like that as an idea?
Yeah, that's the bridge and that sort of thing
Uh-huh.
that makes sense to have like VIP and officer quarters.
Oh, and
Yeah.
from my perspective, I think in the Clone Wars cartoons, we always saw the Jedi in the bridge making plans and that kind of stuff. So I think they sleep up there and are awoken at any time to go review what's going on.
Yeah. Cool. So you head through the main section near the engines, take a turbo lift, and just keeps going up, up, up until finally you step out into a hallway that is broader, that is not ornate. It's still a military vessel, but there are uh, Now, I imagine now it's like the double bunks set up where it's over under and much tighter. There is a void tube or bathroom inside, and then shared showers for this particular area. How do you guys stick with the same assignments for who is house where as you had in the room assignments, meaning it will be a Lolly and Thana and Nil and Ethnos?
Can we say that actually, because the quarters are so tight, that it's four people to a room
Well, that's
instead of
fun.
two?
That's fun. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, cool. And Olali's here, just not not voicing, very quiet. She's very thoughtful, which is that to indicate that Mark's not intending, but Olali will have their own stuff going on. Sweet. So the four of you, and that does mean that Sylphony and uh, Volley Ayer will be in another area by themselves because it's just the six of you that have been chosen, it appears. Uh, yeah, because you are a Jedi, you don't really like have a pack to drop or anything like that. You just have your Padawan clothing and your lightsaber, and everything else is provided. So, there. Oh, question. Because this is in the VIP area, I imagine that there's probably like a portal where you can look out, a porthole you can look out and see Coruscant. And I'm curious, what do you do now that you guys have been whipped up, picked up, and dropped in the middle of a giant military vessel?
Think Neil is like barely keeping it together. This is only the second time she's going off-world in her entire life, and the first time was years and years ago when they went for the crystals. Um, this is a much bigger ship, which makes her feel safer, but then they have that porthole, and that's like, it's going to be vacuum out there. This does not seem safe. But she's trying to not show any of that. She's kind of like just keeping it together and um, yeah. And I think she's feeling kind of responsible, but not trying to show it. So I think she keeps looking, checking where everyone is, and just seeing are they getting their stuff together, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thana, what are you doing here in this situation?
So I think Thana's responding to everyone else and how they're kind of dealing with stuff in their own way. So I think I go in and I talk a little bit to the other two Padawans, Sophie and Voya.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the masters are going to be staying in those quarters as well. So I think I just stop and greet them a little bit and then come to our quarters. And I see Nil kind of um, appearing to be very in control and brave. And I think I just walk up and kind of uh, thump Nil on the back, like, confidence, we've got this going. I'm here with you. And I walk up to Evnos. How is Evnos kind of dealing with things right now? So I know how to respond.
Yeah, no, I think Evnos is sort of staring out into the distance. This is the only home he's ever known. He was taken from his home planet as like a year, 2 years old. Uh, he's been off a couple of times because he went to, tried and failed to get the crystal, but he's never really been anywhere else. And right now he's feeling insecure and afraid. And I think his presentation is, stiff upper chest, but there's that floating emotion around him, that apprehension, uh, because it's a wide world out there.
So I think then, whenever I walked up to Nil, I kind of pounded Nil on the back in a confident kind of way. Or I walk up to Evnos, I think I walk up close, side by side as we're looking out the porthole, and I put a hand in your hand and kind of squeeze your hand um, in a comforting gesture.
In light of the way things have been lately, he pulls his hand away.
That's right. Yes, good.
Yeah, there's no acknowledgement of it. It's just a simple removal. He turns and so he's holding now his hands are behind his back, holding himself.
Amazing. Uh, a few moments pass. You can hear it's very loud outside of where you are. Um, and Ayla Sakura steps the doors open to where your quarters are. I hope all of you have chosen a bunk. We'll be leaving shortly. Our first mission is we're heading to Golem. This is Bothawi Prime. It's in the Both system. There is a listing post that holds crucial information, and we've been asked to go and check on it. There seems to be problems. It should be quick, and as long as we are alert and remain within the force, a successful first mission for all of you. Make yourselves comfortable. We will only be traveling for a few hours in hyperspace. That she nods and steps away in the door. Slides closed. The door then pops back open, and a droid sticks their head inside. I will show you what this droid looks like. And hopefully I'm showing the correct screen. Yes. Cool. So this is what the droid looks like. And the droid says, "Greetings. I am called Proxy. I am a holo droid. I will be helping you continue your training. It is delightful to meet all of you. Who wants to fight?"
I think Neil looks around at the others and then kind of steps forward.
Uh, as soon as Neil steps forward, I think we almost get like this like toe to toe as they both go to step into the same place.
Yeah, and Neil kind of glances at you and but doesn't otherwise acknowledge you.
2-on-1. It's almost fair. Ha 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 ha. Follow me. He turns and starts walking.
I imagine we kind of jostle as we're going through the door.
Oh, for sure. Like we're both trying to be the one who's in first.
Yeah, yeah.
So, just so because I have a full picture of the Holodroid proxy, but here you go. This is what the Holodroid looks like as he is walking away from you, and it's up here in this main area that he opens. He steps in, and there's an area in around. Sorry, I read the chat message and it threw me away. So door opens and you see that it's probably a cargo area that he has cleared out or someone has cleared out, and crudely painted is a circle. This is a far cry from the beauty of your training rooms. And he steps inside and says, "I am able to take on multiple different techniques to help you to train and hone your skills as a Jedi. It seems that the two of you are interested in sparring against me. Do you have a choice of who I should fight like, or shall I choose from my many, many options? Ah, 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 ah.
Fight like someone. Oh, fight like the enemies of the Republic.
Delightful. And you see this hologram hover over, and it's very, very detailed as it appears that Proxy grows in size and grows more arms. And standing in front of you is General Grievous. Uh, and you see the arms split out and multiple lightsabers appear. Yes, come, little children. I'm going to feed you your lunch. He says, whoa, 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 starts hovering his lightsabers and moving towards you menacingly. What do you do?
Real quick,
Uh-huh.
I would like to engage, uh, be mindful of your surroundings. When you assess the situation before entering a fight, you may ask one additional question. So before this fight kicks off, I'd like to assess the situation.
You bet. Go for it. Roll with consular. You are guilty, so you have a -2 on your assess.
Rip.
So you're rolling with a 0. Oh, goodness gracious.
But I still get to ask one question.
You do.
Let's see, what is the most important question? What? Oh, oh, oh. What here can I use to show that I am the best Padawan?
Um,
Neil's insecurity, maybe.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you can see that Neil is feeling a bit insecure and is overcompensating. So to show you're the best Padawan, uh, you need to be aggressive and take the initiative, and that will put Neil in her place.
Yeah, so I think without even a breath's hesitation, like I think it's the point where he says "la." He hasn't even finished the word lunch, and Evnos has sparked his lightsaber and is throwing himself bodily at this troll.
Fantastic. So you get to take a +1 forward acting on that answer. However, you have a -2 to directly engage. Um,
Uh, yeah, so I -2 directly engage one. Plus, I think this is following what Stacey suggested, if
That's
I am
true. It's
correct.
another +1. So
So it's
that
just a flat roll.
that nullifies. No, it is not, because
Oh,
directly engages with Renegade, which you have a
no,
minus. You have
I
a special
have
move.
fortune's favored when you ignore obvious danger to yourself to directly engage a threat. Roll with knight instead of renegade.
Okay, sure, sure. You're gonna go Fortune's favor. That sounds lovely. Okay, great. Now obvious danger is gonna be obvious. I love this.
Can
8.
I interfere?
Ooh.
Oh yes, you certainly can.
Is that, do you roll to interfere or?
You actually can just use your influence to give someone a -2 on the move that they just made. So you can wait and see how the roll
Oh,
goes.
okay, cool.
You do have
Don't have
Um,
influence.
no, you don't have influence.
no, I don't.
Oh, shoot. So how can you interfere? I guess if you want to take a chance and do something risky, then you can give.
No, I mean, if no, I can wait and see what
Okay.
happens.
All right, Evnos, go for it. Let's see how this goes.
That is the 8.
The 8 of things. Wow, that's pretty impressive. So with directly engage a threat. On a hit, you trade blows. On a 7 to 9, you pick one. You can resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Am I the opposition here, or is?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Can I get a 2 for? Is it both of them?
Then you pick one of
Yeah.
the 7 to 9.
No, I mean, the
No, I
opposition
meant, sorry,
could
like
both
both the
be
droid
either.
and Nell.
Um, I think let's choose one. I want you to be
Okay.
focused.
Then instead, I think what I think, ooh, I just let me know how this sounds because sometimes this moves a little funky like that. I think Evnos takes the where is this? He essentially like wants to cut this thing in half.
That's not going to happen. So
Yeah,
you can make that attempt, but and you can probably hit him. You directly engage the threat.
yeah. So I
So
think I want to take the like element of surprise kind of away
hmm
from or like from him kind of.
okay,
Like he's on the back foot early. Like I've taken the
yeah,
first.
this sounds fun. I like it. So you move forward, you slice across, you actually hit a part of his side before he deftly moves, and we see some sparks, and he lets out a General Grievous, some weird, pitiful cough. Why does he even cough? I don't know. He's in character. Nil, though, it's I think this suppresses or impresses or surprises you, right? What does that look like? And how do you react?
I thought Evnos picked
Oh,
the take
oh, I'm
something.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were doing the press surprise. Okay, you flipped on me and I didn't catch it. My apologies. Sweet. So you wanted to take something. What is it that you choose to take? Since I said, yeah, you couldn't just one shot cut him in half.
Uh, essentially, I want to take away like I want to put him on his back foot. So I want to take away his like almost
Okay, cool.
surety. You know?
Yeah, all right. So you come forward with so much instant ferocity that he wasn't quite aware. You slice across, there's that bit of uh as I talked about his uh, coughing, and he stumbles back a couple of steps. And I'm curious, Neil, looks like you may have an opening. Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get rid of my insecure here. I don't know, or I mean, yeah, I think if this counts as foolhardy action, it would get rid of my insecure. If it doesn't, then that's fine too. But I think Neil is going to like use the force to leap and land like either on top of the droid or right behind it and kind of and try to strike at it like essentially coming from above while it's busy trying to fend off Evans.
That's so great, and it's so gonna mess with your proving you're the best, Evanos. No, I feel so bad for you. Sweet, let's have you. It sounds like you want to get and move in with that acrobatic, so let's have you directly engage as well.
Yeah. Oh, does this count as frustrating my rival because
Oh,
I'm
you're definitely
stealing?
trying to frustrate your rival here.
Yeah. So that's a +1, but this is Renegade, right?
Directly engage is renegade, yes.
Yeah, which I currently have a 0 in, so I'm rolling with a +1. That is a 5. You don't even need
Amazing.
to interfere.
You don't have to. It's great. Good stuff. So your intent was to jump either behind or over. You move up, take an aerial, and Proxy slides, does a sidestep away. He regains balance just enough to do a sidestep away. You land heavily, and he kicks you into Evnos. Please take a powerful blow.
Yeah, for sure. Did I clear my insecure with that?
Yeah, you're definitely trying to frustrate a rival. That's a thing that motivates you. Clear that.
Cool. Then I am rolling flat because I have no conditions. I get 3.
Ooh, you staying strong. Mark potential and tell us how you look amazing doing this.
Yeah, that's so weird. You get potential when you succeed on that particular thing, but that's cool. Yeah, I think. Yeah, he kicks me into to Evnos, but Evnos like takes the brunt of it, and I kind of I'm still like force empowered or whatever you would call it. Like I use the force to leap, and I'm still kind of riding that. So I just do a backflip and land in a cool fighting pose with my
Nice.
lightsaber at the ready.
I love it. I love it.
So,
If that's okay
and
with you, Kate.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, go for it.
so I think Thana, the two of them stepped forward and they were kind of fighting towards going into the room with Proxy, the sparring room.
Yeah, they're fighting in the sparring room. Yes.
So Thana just slowly walked behind, entered the room, stood next to the entrance in a relaxed pose. But whenever we see Proxy lash out at Nil and like kick her, before we see the cool flip and recovery, Thana's going to rush in and I'm going to um, tackle Proxy.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
push through and try and the way the move is worded is smash my way through scenery to get to something. So
Nice. Yeah, let's see you you're directly engaging a threat in a terrifying fashion. Is that what you're trying to do? Or were
I'm
you
doing
going for
torrent of power to smash my way through scenery, and I'm just trying to do a whole linebacker charge at Proxy just to knock him down.
Oh, sweet. I see that now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool,
So that
cool.
has me roll with renegade, which is a +0 for me.
Okay.
So let's see what that looks like. That's a 6.
A 6. That sounds amazing.
Uh,
Go ahead and mark potential
oh,
as oh, does
no, go
anyone
ahead.
want to help
Uh,
before I execute a hard move? Sounds like no. All right.
No, no, I do.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I thought you were just chewing really hard, but you were nodding. Apologies.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, you're running in. So Thana is running in to tackle Proxy. And how did Proxy respond?
Great question. So, yeah, Proxy's response is, oh, saw that coming and does another side step and is going to do a thing where he twists around and kicks Donna so they run into the wall is the plan that
Mhm.
Proxy's going to do unless you do something to help.
Yeah, I think, and this is just spending team pool, or is this?
Correct.
Yeah, then I will do that. And I think I landed in my cool stance, and now I'm leaping forward again and like landing on Proxy's leg. So Proxy raises their leg to kick, and I land on their leg to like protect Thana from that strike.
Yeah, so Proxy does as General Grievous twists around, you slam onto the leg. So Donna, you didn't success, or no, you do actually clip, right? Because that pushes it to a 7. So it is a
yeah.
hit.
And I have a question about so we could spend team pool for that.
Correct.
Does your love arrival do anything with that?
That's just for rolls. I get a
Okay.
+1 to actions, but since
You,
there's no roll here, I don't
you'll
think
need
it
to
matters.
uncheck if you mark potential for that miss, you'll need to
Oh,
uncheck it because it was
Oh
made
I
yeah,
did.
after
sorry, I took your
success.
potential. That's
Oh no, that's fine. And what about influence? Could you spend influence to help someone?
You cannot spend influence
Okay,
to give a plus. You can spend influence to give someone a -2.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
Oh, take an additional +1 on a move targeting them. So if you targeted someone that you have influence over, you have a +1, but you
Yeah.
can't use it to help them. That's what team does.
Okay. So sorry about all the mechanical stuff. So
Okay.
basically, if I understand what happened, is Nil leaped back into the air and landed on Proxy's leg that was lashing out at me, right?
yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And you
And
hit, so you exchange blows, and you get because it's a 7 that
mhm.
becomes a 7. You get to choose one option.
Um, actually, Torrent of Power just says on a hit, the world shatters before you and you get what you want. So in this case, I was just pushing to knock
Right.
Proxy down.
That's right. It wasn't directly
Mhm.
engaged. You were doing the thing. Yeah. So Proxy tries to adroitly move out of the way. Nil helps you out, and then you get what you want. You slam Proxy to the ground. General Grievous hits the ground hard to the point where you see a bit of flickering, and the hollow drops away, and Proxy is lying on the deck plate for a moment, trying to get their bearings back and recover. Evnos, you see Donna and Nil are kind of railing on Proxy over there.
They're doing great, and there is this insecurity, this desperation clawing at Evnos that he has to succeed. He has to be the one to do this. Uh, and I think we see that desperation kind of almost reaches out into the force and sort of leaks out that into him, out of him a bit, that sort of that emotional tether as he sort of foolhardily takes this a bit more seriously than it should be and goes to try to force compress Proxy, like just
Mm-hmm.
on the ground. And I just want to, you know how like you go to a car lot and you put a car in a thing and then you smash it and it's a cube.
Yeah. Let's see you unleash the force.
It is a two.
You're rolling with the Savant. You got a +2 on that. Oh my goodness. Oh, man.
How do we feel about Khan's a foolhardy action because he's taking this way too seriously, or nah?
Um, it's so the text of it is taking foolhardy action without consulting your team, if I remember correctly. Let me double
Okay,
check.
yeah, I wasn't sure what the text was. It might be
Yeah.
helpful.
Take foolhardy action without talking to your team. So I think, unfortunately,
No, yeah, no, it's something else.
yeah. So you crush, and I think we see Proxy mash down. We hear the sound of some of his metal joints cracking, and then the deck underneath him, just like a giant fist had pressed it down. And uh, he says, Good, good job." And his little eyes wink closed, and he stops moving. What do you do?
Yeah, Evnos is kind of looking and realizes not only has he destroyed this trading bot, he has damaged the fucking ship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, that desperation, that insecurity is driving him, and I think he's gonna run away. He took it too far, and so he just realizes how badly he's messed up and is just gonna turn, tuck tail, and run.
Okay. Sounds great. I am curious how Nil you react to your rival tucking tail and running away.
Hmm. Ooh, I think Neil is going to stay behind and start to like clean up. Secretly kind of hoping that one of the masters will come by and ask what happened. Uh, just so she can not quite tell on Evnos, but she'll have to answer the question. So,
Um,
And as you're cleaning up, what is Thana doing?
if you don't mind me saying so, Andesh, I
uh-huh,
think that Vanna starts to head after Evnos as he runs
uh-huh.
away, and I think Nil reaches out a hand and stops him.
Ooh.
And Vanna kind of sit there, and then I'll help you clean up and kind of put things away.
Yeah. I think maybe not physically like reach out and stop you, but I think maybe we're like positioned that you're starting to go after Evnos, and
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to move towards the droid,
Uh-huh.
and like kind of um, staying half to myself and half to you. Like, oh, we need to clean this up before someone gets here, and kind of like more like emotionally than physically stopping you, if that sounds okay.
Yes. And I think I think the undercurrent of what we see on screen is that, um, Evnos needs time to themselves. And we've tried other things and that hasn't worked. We should try something different.
Mhm. At
Perfect.
least that's Thanos' read on the
Yeah. Oh,
situation. I
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's yeah.
That's not Nil's intention, but yes.
Yeah.
Uh, so take a look at the map, and in a minute, Kay, I'm going to ask you where Evnos ends up running off to. We'll stay with Nil and Thana here. We're near the end of our session, but I am curious. Stacey Team does show up as you guys are cleaning up the droid. I thought those droids were more resilient.
It was 3-on-1.
Three. Where's the third?
Evnos needed to take a break. Ed, they'd expended themselves, during this battle.
Yeah, sometimes it gets a bit much.
Stacey Team looks directly at you, Nil. Tell me what happened, Padawan.
Oof. Uh, I think I definitely don't do a like blow by blow. Uh, we were fighting the droid, and I think Evnos maybe went a little overboard, and that's usually me doing that. So I don't say that, but that's like I'm usually the one going overboard, and now I'm saying that Evnos went a bit overboard. So
Is this the overboard you referred to?
yeah, um, I know I I don't think they intentionally destroyed the droid, but I don't know. He seemed upset or something.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I'm doing a move here, or if this is just talking.
I don't know if there's a move you're hitting.
Mhm.
He's just asking,
Yeah.
and I think maybe I'll tell you how the galaxy works. Let's see. Let's say it's important for you to hone your skills as Padawans, as Jedi, but it's also important that you learn control. Without control, power is dangerous. And yeah, he's telling you how the world works. So
Mhm.
he is looking to raise your consular and lower your savant.
Ooh. And here I can accept that or resist, right?
Reject. Yes, you can reject his influence if you want, or you can accept it and he'll rearrange your labels.
Being. Ooh. I think I want to resist because in my mind, I'm trying to put the blame on Evnos here. But I also think Evnos did the right thing, like going all out and defeating the enemy. So yeah, I'm trying to reject that. Um, and that's rolling something. Um,
It's rolling flat, right?
Yes, you roll
Uh,
flat.
oh yeah. Okay, okay, cool.
Unless you have a specific move, everyone
No, no, no.
rejects it. Rolling flat.
I am rolling flat, and I get a 7.
A 7. When
So
you on
unless
a
Tana interferes here, I'm going to succeed.
no, that's good.
Okay, on a
Cool.
hit, on a 7 to 9, you choose one. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down to your choice, or negate their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I think I'm not going to prove him wrong here. I think I'll shift labels the way I want to. And I'm going to shift my renegade back up to 1. And shift my consular down. No.
Dude,
I
almost
think
the
my
flip.
ordinary. I'm
Okay.
shifting my ordinary down.
Good. 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 So you go to the next one. Awesome. Evnos, where upon the ship, which next session, if we have the whole group, hopefully, we will name this ship. I have some suggestions, but I love naming a ship with friends. This is a fun activity for me. But for now, where is it that you think Evnos ends up as this ship is taking off? Like it is now taking off and going into space, leaving Coruscant.
He is in the power systems maintenance vent.
Power systems maintenance. No
Uh,
earthly idea where that is.
that's so it's the right in the back of the bridge.
Oh, okay. You didn't go far.
Not far, but he went odd because I imagine a vent is not really a place people are supposed to be.
Yeah, I would imagine that that is not a place most folks would go. What are you doing in the vent? Just hiding out? Are you scared? Are you sad? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think he's like hyperventilating a little bit. He's guilty and he's insecure and he doesn't feel ready for all of this and he is failing as Stacey's disciple. He did not keep his cool. He let his emotions get the better of him. He was not precise. Uh and he failed.
The anger comes in waves, and then it starts to just tail off into that aching unhappiness. Your head feels fuzzy from the hyperventilating. And then from below, because I imagine the vents are above, you hear the voice of the Weequay, Sora Bulk. Evnos. I
There's
know
like a
that
half a
you're,
second. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
go for it.
He paused and he says, I know that you are up there.
Yeah, Evans was kind of like doing that, like, if I don't say anything, maybe they don't know.
And then the vent gate opens up. He's it's high up. Like I think he did like a little force thing and got up there, but the vent gate just opens up with the force.
Yeah. And Evanos tries to take a deep breath and compose himself at least a little bit, but the emotions are all over his face. Not only are they all over his face, they are leaking out of him like a sieve into the air and the atmosphere. Uh, and we just watch as he drops down and does like a perfect 3-point landing. Uh, uh, and goes to stand up. Uh, Master Bulk.
Evnos, you seem distraught, emotional. What's happened?
I misused the Force.
Did you? How?
I destroyed a training bot and I damaged the ship because I was not strong.
With all due respect to your master, Master Teen and I disagree on some of aspects of the Force. I believe that passion can be a source of power. Droids can be repaired. Ships can be repaired. Do you feel better?
No.
What would make you feel better, Evnos?
Ooh, what would make him feel better? Oh, and I think in this moment it's kind of like comes out without even saying it. Because correct me if I'm wrong. From the way this was set up, it sounds like Stacy took in the other Padawan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He has two Padawans now.
yeah. He now has two Padawans, and I think without even realizing it, uh, Evido says that one of the things that's really bothering him, and he says, "If I continue to act in ways on, he's going to leave me." Like he tries to be like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and then and it just he's going to leave me. I'm not going to be good enough to be his anymore.
Mm. You ever think he's playing games with you? You think perhaps he planned to take on a second Padawan just to drive you harder? Doesn't seem fair to me.
No, I should be capable of assisting, of helping.
You
I should
should
not
be
be.
capable of becoming a knight on your own, not be saddled with a Padawan. That's the duties of a master. It's his weakness, don't you think?
And Evnos, I think, looks up because I don't think he's even ever thought processed the idea that his master could have a weakness.
Mm-hmm. And right now, Sora Bulk is telling you how the galaxy works. He's seeking to raise your ordinary and lower your knight. And if you accept how Sora Bulk tells you the world works, you may remove a condition.
Ooh, that's so tasty. Uh, yeah, I think in this shaken state, overwhelmed by emotions, Evnos wants to be ordinary. He doesn't want to feel those kinds of pressures. Why does he have to be so perfect and strong and take, whatever? And his head sort of dips down, so his chin touches his chest as he accepts what he is being told about the world.
Sora Bulk smiles ever so slightly and he sees it sink in. I think that's where we'll end that scene. And that's where we'll end our session. So, at the end of every session, you guys get to choose one. Grow closer to your teammates, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from your teammates. Stick with you, Ethnos.
I think I'm gonna grow away from my teammates.
Yeah, that seems appropriate. Explain how you feel detached and take influence over you away from another character.
Ooh. Uh, I don't think anyone here has influence on me.
Is that true? Boy, you're so hard to be influenced, man.
It says Fana does, but only
Oh
on
wait, does
you,
Thana?
not
Oh,
on Fana.
no, I have influence over Thana.
On the
It's
keeper
Oh,
it
I might
says
have.
Thana has influence over you, and you have
Oh,
influence over Thana, but
did
it's
you use
reciprocal.
it, Thana, and I forgot to get rid of it? That might have happened.
Maybe.
You can just delete it and leave it as is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll delete that. And sorry, what was the second part, Rich?
Yeah, you take their influence away from you. So if no one has any influence over you, then hey, well, there you go.
it
You can
says
take
Tekla.
Tekla's
Yeah,
influence. You want to take that away?
Yeah, sure. She's not even here.
She's very upset that she's not here. You can take that away. There you go. Let's move on to Thana. Did you grow closer, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from your teammates?
I grew closer.
Who made you feel welcome?
I think Nil did.
Oh, give Neil influence and clear a condition or mark potential, Thana.
Oh, Mark potential.
And Thana, you already had influence over Thana, so you get to shift labels for Thana.
ooh, shift labels for Fana. Um, I think I want to shift Knight up because you came in to like try to protect us. Yeah, so Knight up and Renegade down. You're not dangerous.
Sounds
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
And then Nil, grow closer, grow
Yeah.
away, or grow into your own image.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster on that one. I think if it hadn't been for this last scene with the droid, I would have said grown closer. But now this rift with Evnos has deepened. So I don't think I can say that, but I can't say I've grown away from the team either because I'm closer with Fana. So I think it has to be that I'm growing into my image of myself
Okay.
by default. And that feels right with the rejecting influence there at the end as well. So what do I do then?
So when you grow into your own image of yourself, explain how you see yourself and why, and shift labels.
Well, I'm gonna push Renegade back up or up again, and let's see. Oof. I have to push Knight down because I kind of sold out Evnos instead of protecting. So yeah. Yep. That's it.
Excellent. That is it. And I've added when Sora tells you how the galaxy works as a custom move at the bottom of the moves tab. Good work. That is our end of session stuff other than our traditional stars and wishes. Let's take a look. Did we grant any wishes? See more hijinks at the temple? No, we left the temple. Thought I should comfort and support at the start. Steven, good job. You did that. And Jedi Trials, we talked about that, so we got that. And continue the thing with Cyril, longer thread. TBD. So, start with wishes so we can end with stars to see who has wishes.
So I'll start. Um, I wish to see some Clone Wars action with this whole we're on a big ship like this with all these clone troopers and all these weapons. That's a Chekhov's gun. We want to see it go off. I also have a mechanical question. Towards the end, Undesh had a choice to reflect. Or no, I'm sorry. Kay had an option to reflect the influence from a Jedi Master, which would be an adult in this case. So you can just. What would have happened if they had rejected it? Would that just basically that adult can no longer influence the person?
Not at all. Not specifically. So there's a reject theory influence move.
hmm
You
hmm
roll flat, and one of the options is to revoke that person's influence over you and take a +1 forward on them.
So if they'd chosen that, then the adult would no longer have influence over that kid.
Correct.
Okay.
But if situationally appropriate and a miss presents itself and it's a golden opportunity for me to say, no, they take influence over you again, that is on the table. But it
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
have to happen with, all of those situations. Otherwise, you've just removed influence.
Perfect. I was just surprised that there was an option to remove influence from an adult. That was
It's
good.
a
Yeah.
powerful, powerful bit. Yeah. I like it because it kind of says something permanent about, oh, no, your words mean nothing to me. I love it. Cool. Any other wishes from Kate or Andish?
Um, see where this emotional spiral kind of goes with Evnos, specifically with that like intersection of Zeltron powers and Force powers.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's really losing his grasp on both of them, it feels like a bit. Uh, or at least the tenacity of or the tension on them. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Nanesh, you have any wishes?
Yeah, I guess I want to see the petty bullshit continue a little bit more until we like hopefully get past it and all of that. And I kind of want to see what happens when Thana loses control, because Thana's been the whole time being like, oh, the wise and mature and patient
Thought of the
person.
best boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what happens when the best boy isn't the best boy anymore, or does something, yeah, isn't fully in control anymore?
Love it.
So just to put this on the table, I took a new move. Basically, I leveled. And my new move is my moment of destiny. So that could definitely come into play.
Very cool.
Amazing. Very excited. And as you went last with wishes, you get to go first with stars. Do you have any stars for today's session?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Super fun session. Really loved the scene at the start with getting our acknowledgements and all the conflicting emotions that led to for all of us. Except Fana, maybe. And yeah, this fight at the end against the droid was super fun. Everyone getting into it and doing their thing. Um, and Star to K for kind of setting me up to be an asshole, which was fun. So that was cool. Thank you. That was all.
Awesome. Are there any stars out there for you?
Oh, for sure. First of all, big star, Rich. I believe in the beginning, if I remember correctly, I was between Saci and Sora as masters for Evnos, so I thought that was so cool that like when he's doubting sort of Saci's method, is Sora shows up and is like, well, maybe you should be mine. Like just yeah, that was super great. I love the contrast of that against the earlier mentoring scene with Saci. It's building up into something very juicy. Steven, I think Fauna might be my favorite of all of your characters, which is saying a lot because you've played a lot of really great characters. Uh, yeah, they're just so wise and but also so they're both somehow equally as wise as they are naive. And seeing that real juxtaposition between the episode last week that I wasn't a part of, but I watched against the one here. But also getting to see some of that like recklessness, because technically technically, Thana was not supposed to be in that fight. It was supposed to be a 2v1. So all of that combination was really delightful. And then, yeah, on Dash, we really got like the budding ram's horn of the Nil Evnos rivalry today. Like it's been building and building and building, and we really smashed that today, and that was just delightful. I love just yeah, delightful.
It was wild. And then Stephen, did you have any stars left out there for you?
Absolutely. So I thought today's session was deliciously messy, right? Um, I liked how Evno struggled with their conditions but refused help from others at the same time until kind of at the very end. And that helped kind of internalize all the impacts of what was going on and showed the turmoil that you were going through and all that kind of stuff. And it was a great way to show it, but don't tell it, right? It was very evocative on screen. And for Nil, it was very interesting. I intentionally placed Nil in a position of, you know, of conflict, right? You should be our leader. You definitely don't want to be our leader. Let's see how that's managed and all of that. So that was very fun. And it's interesting that you were like, oh, I'm going to make Thana my love, but, you know, you're pushing me in a direction I don't want to go, and I'm going to reject that. So that was very fun. I liked all of those interactions. That worked out really well.
It's really juicy. Very, very messy. My mic go out? You guys can hear me,
No.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
weird,
hear you.
weird, weird. Okay. It sounded different. Excellent session. Looking forward to you guys out in the universe and causing trouble and solving things and being young Jedi problems. It's great. No notes. Excellent stuff. Looking forward to next time around. And with that, we'll bring this recording to a close. Thank you all so much for playing.